What is good, y'all? It is Cowboy. I am back with another video. Void 3 Plano. It's about to come out with Witch Queen, and I make a lot of builds, so I just want to show off the builds I'm going to be using. So if you enjoy this video, this will probably be cut up and placed on TikTok if you're from there, so no need to watch this video, but if you do, thank you for the support. Starting off with my favorite build, it will be the Nothing Manacles build. It uses triple firepower with an elemental charge and elemental ordnance. And the entire build is just relies off using Devour or Dark Matter, but coming next season, it will only be Devour. The aspects I would recommend using with this would be Feed the Void and Chalice of the Old God, since coming next season, Bungie has stated that Chaos Accelerants will be passive with these gloves, making these gloves honestly one of the best options for Void 3. And you may not like scatter nades, but you gotta admit, scatter nades are the best grenades for Void. Currently on Warlock, I don't know if the other ones will become better, but I just have a feeling this will stay true. These Void nades will stay the best. Maybe with Chaos Accelerants, Vortex nades will become better, but these gloves passively will have Chaos Accelerants, so it just, we'll have to wait and see. A lot of people say that they just don't like the Nothing Manacles, which I understand that, so I have this build with the Nezarec Sin. There is very little difference in the builds. I just think Nothing Manacles is better. I feel like you get your grenades more consistently and not have to wait for the cooldown, but people do like getting their super faster with the Nezarec Sin, so fair enough. Also, if you want to use your melee more often, I can see that. But other than that, it's just the same exact build. I'm gonna let a few seconds roll, but I'm not gonna show the whole clip. Alrighty, we're about to move on to the next build, which will be my Endless Vortex. It is a controversial build using the same exact concept as I did in the other one. I'm not gonna use Feed the Void maybe when this comes out. I don't know, I might use Child of the Old Gods. So I have Heal Thyself, but if you want to just keep using, what's it called? Triple Firepower, Elemental Ordnance, and Elemental Charge, go ahead. The whole point of this build is to be able to spam your grenades and suck in enemies with the Vortex grenades coming next season, which will be an option. For all Vortex grenades, you'll be able to suck in enemies and have your grenade up as long as possible. You basically just want unlimited Vortex nades to act as mini, I want to say, tethers, or the Scorn, like, pulling towers that up by a debuff. So that's the gist of this build. I really like it. I probably won't use it over the Nothing Manacles, but in endgame I could definitely see this being a bit more popular than the Nothing Manacles. Alrighty, moving on to my next build, it will be the Necrotic Rip builds. It will be a volatile melee coming next season called Pocket Celerity, or Singularity, and I just want to make a build where you can spam your melee. See, I have Dark Matter, so I don't know if we'll be able to do something similar to what I'm doing, but you basically get unlimited melees if you can have enough enemies around you while Charge of Light. This is probably one of the reasons why I don't use Monte Carlo, because Heavy Handed is just such a good mod, and if you can spec into your melee right, you can get it back instantly. You can actually do a 1-2 punch build with this this loadout. It won't be like the Bonk Hammer build, but you can do a 1-2 punch build, and it's really effective. Perfected build. It involves Heavy-Handed, Font of Light, Elemental Charge, Firepower, Elemental Ordnance, and Heart of Inmost Light. This will work with Offensive Bulwark combined with getting the other one, Bastion, the one that gives you the Overshield. Basically, you just want to be able to spam all your abilities, have a fast grenade recharge, have fast melee recharge, have a strong barricade, a barricade that gives you an Overshield, because coming next season, we don't know if we'll be able to get all all of our ability energy by killing volatile enemies, or we'll be able to get health back from these skills. So, to prepare for that, we're going to use Bastion, because Bastion grants an overshield, and we're going to use Offensive Bulwark, because Offensive Bulwark grants you melee damage and grenade recharge rate while in an overshield or in a bubble. So, that is the reason why we're doing the build this way. I use Traveler's Chosen because I like it and it works with heavy-handed. I also use a Fusion Rifle because it works with heavy-handed. That's the benefit of running heavy-handed. You get free ammo for your Fusion Rifle, which is what I like to use a lot. And coming next season, we're getting a Fusion Rifle of Golden Tricorn, which is going to be nutty for builds. Alright, on to the next one. Alright, next one is my Surrounded Sentinel build. It's all about being surrounded. Again, it's the fray of the battle. It's a lot of fun. So you just use your two things. You use the Sentinel Shield Bash melee, because you want to be up close and personal with those kills. You use heavy-handed so you can get your melee back faster. Some people may be like, oh, we're choosing Marty Carlo, because I don't like Marty Carlo, and I'll say that forever. I don't care if Marty Carlo will give you back your melee faster. I'm not going to use it. I like heavy-handed. It gives you 50% of your melee, and then picking up that elemental well gives you 25%, so you're just really waiting for that 30% of melee energy to come back. And to me, that's not worth it. Who knows, maybe we'll get a fragment next season that'll give me melee energy, so y'all can suck it. But yeah, that's the gist of this build. Lastly, for Titans, we have an Ursa's build. This is really just being a tank. That's what I was just thinking about, just having resilience, being a big tanky boy. Just blocking stuff. I accidentally don't use Banner Shield, but coming next season, Banner Shield will be the default shield. So, look out for that. Yeah. Just, you get your super energy. I got 25% there, because I was more aggressive with it, but you can get up to 50. That's basically the build. There's like nothing else to it.
To quit chasing and look for something better, but the smile that she shows makes me a go-getter. I haven't gone as far as asking if I could get with her. I just played her by ear and hope she gets the picture. I'm shooting for her heart, got my finger on the trigger. She can be my broad, and I can be her nigga, but
my sneaky swordsman, my hunter. See, what I like to do with my hunter is that I like to play up close and personal. So I decided to put on the Graviton Forfeit Surge of Sword since I don't have a good one. I'm crying about it still, don't worry about it. You can get your melee back extremely fast. You can actually be invisible the entire time and have easier uptime with this than a lot of other things. You get a passive 9.5 recov. You get very high strength while surrounded. So this is just a little thing that I like to put together. There's also a few tricks. You don't know, you can actually swing your sword while invisible. You'll be able to see that in the future build. But for this one, it's just, you're playing Invis, you're getting your smoke bomb so you can beat enemies. And if you want, you can swap over to Rat King or your sword, whatever you want to do. See, look, right here. This is you can swing your sword while invisible, and I'm wondering if you can do that with Glaives, because if you can, that'd be OP. But on to the next build. We're going to do the Omnioculus version of this build. You just have Reactive Pulse on this time, just in case, because you don't get your melee back as fast. But I'm going to show off more of this sword swinging. You have to do like as you instantly pop because of how Bungie changed the smoke bombs. Or just Invis in general, you get that 1 second of being able to swing stuff. So if you swing in that second, you get the pass. Also, I'm using Rat King because all exotics primaries are going to get a buff next season against minors, so it'd be easy to proc Rat King in endgame more often. Plus, I'm just waiting for like an overload sidearm or anti-barrier sidearm. One of the two. That would be really fun. Don't gameplay of it, but this is my Orpheus rig build. I'm probably going to be using this one the most.